So last time, you guys wandered around this cave real good. You met that goblin who tried to befriend you. You guys weren't really feeling it. You killed his boss, and then in turn killed him when his prisoner slash dinner to be, a woman named Daphne, told you that he had eaten her sister. Daphne led you guys into a main cavern where you saw two ogres and several goblin archers on the walls. Sibo D, having just realized the magic within him, attempted to cast a illusion, but that was promptly figured out to be said illusion. And then, using the illusion distraction, Vixen tried to run across the room in which he was spotted. And he was told, or he saw as he was running across the room, that the ogres were now looking at him. And that is where we will start. I rolled initiative after we had wrapped up the session, and it is going to start with Sibo, who is down south.
I'd like to formally protest the fact that I don't get 2 turns.
Your protest is noted. Thank you.
What I'm gonna do, see.
Oh my
I'm
lord.
gonna cast True Strike.
Alrighty. Which target do you point your stubby little halfling finger at?
The feller, right? Yeah.
So, those of you with dark vision, Bonesaw and Vixen, you see Sibo D pop around the corner and just menacingly point at the ogre who had been taking a mud bath.
Where is
No,
Sibo?
no, this guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Right in front of you, so yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Never mind, you guys don't see that, but I saw that, and it was really great.
Sibo, you should have the
So
ogre.
that would be your action. Would you like to move or take a bonus action?
I would not.
Alright, well that's gonna bring us to Bonesaw.
Has anyone hit the
There's
ogres
been
yet?
no attacks yet.
No, I killed the guy, but that was it.
Are we still sneaking? Or are we?
No,
are we
well,
going?
Vixen has been spotted, but
No,
you
remember
don't-
we were just running across. We were gonna try to sneak across, but we're running on the other side.
So, but right now one has been spotted.
They all know where they are now.
everyone knows Vixen is here at least.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna know you're there, dude.
I turn and say, "Are we lighting these guys up, boys?"
I give a
Hoorah!
bear. I try to give a thumbs up, but I'm a bear, and it just looks bad.
Yeah. Here's a history lesson. I already dropped one of them off a cliff, so get to killing.
Yeah,
Might
but
be
we're all
bonus
kind
action.
of like in this like whole thing here. All right, I am going
run right
to
back.
shoot a chromatic orb at the big fat fuck in front of me.
Alright, orbit up. And which type of damage would you like it to do?
Well, if it hits, I would like it to do fire damage. Actually, yeah, fire damage.
Roll it up.
Ooh,
Oh, that hits without a doubt.
that's it.
So an orb of fire slams into this ogre who has been standing in a stalagmite forest, if you will. And this fire deals 20 fire damage.
Oh, boy.
Several of the stalagmites blow up as this orb detonates in the middle of it, and the ogre shrieks out in pain.
You did that for real.
Is that
Um,
any movement you would like to do before we
I mean,
get
start
into?
I'm
moving
going to-
across.
okay, yeah. So I moved what? What is it? 5 or 10? Just move me. What? Move across towards where that 4 is, or
Yeah.
towards the other side. All right. So, what'd you say? 10 or 5?
I think they're 5 each, right?
Yeah, they're all 5, and you've moved 5, so you have 25 feet of movement. Vixen, you see this detonation of fire as Bonesaw begins running across the main cavern behind you. What do you do?
Alright, I give Bonesaw a knowing nod of approval, and then... Oh, sorry guys, I need to read what happens. Well, first off, guys, you're gonna see me look a little coy, and then puff my chest out, and I'm gonna shoot a longbow at this dude.
All right.
And, so he gets 7 piercing damage. And, so Connor, when I puff my chest out, I cast Zephyr Strike, so he gets another D8 damage. So he gets 10 total damage, and then I'm gonna move 60 feet towards 4.
All right.
10, 15, 20, 25. Oh no, I'm not. Actually, I'm just gonna stay 30. Wait, no. This was 25 up 1. So I'm gonna go back here.
So you're by this pool of water.
I'm in this pool of water.
Just for the shits of it, you did 3 damage with your Zephyr Strike. But if you had clicked your spell, it would have done 5.
Oh.
So that's
Okay.
a bummer.
Yeah.
Did you go into that water? Yes, you did.
Oh, is it acid man? Damn it! I wanted to use my swimming.
Man, you were moving all around in that area. You just had to do it.
It's the first time I've ever had a swim speed, man. I wanted to be in that.
Baby bird.
So
Oh,
when you jump
you
into the water, you are not affected in any way, but the second you submerge into it, you immediately can tell there's something wrong with this water, that it's polluted or something. It smells and it tastes just terrible.
Bathroom. It's where they go to the
Alright.
bathroom.
So I visibly take a drink out of it and look at Bonesaw and say, "This is bath water. Don't come near this."
Alright. Grizzly Grass Sword.
Ooh, I like that. I sniff the air with my great bear nose. I smell the humans, and I dash to them.
Alright. Assuming a bear has dark vision, I didn't read it up.
I don't know what they do. I'm using my nose, though. They have, like, super good smell. So I'm smelling my
Alright,
you
I'm just
can
gonna go
read
based
it.
off of the nose that walking through this hallway,
You end up next to the ogre.
you can smell maybe like 24 creatures in here, and they're not all humans. You smell halflings, a scent you're very familiar with, and you also smell, you do smell humans, and you also smell a pair of tieflings.
Oh, jeez. Alright, I use my thought speed to reach out to Vixen, and I say, the humans are up here, and there's more people, and maybe some evil elves? What are tieflings exactly?
Oh, dude!
Tieflings
At
are
the
kind
word,
of like
yeah, at
they
the
kind
word
of look like
tiefling-
demons, but they're not necessarily evil creatures.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
when you
I
said
still kinda call
tiefling,
them
you
that.
could see me get pissed.
Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Vixen likes tieflings as you probe into his mind.
But Vixen also is fucking sitting in a
No,
bucket
yeah, I
of
just
shit.
assume it's because he's sitting in the bathwater. I don't really notice it.
I mean, I'm at home. And
Ogre body.
this is my home.
Got ogre water on you.
Hey, Bonesaw, actually, come in for a swim. Come check this shit out.
I would, but my legs are tired.
I bet
Maybe
you
in
would
5
actually would really like this. You of all people.
So a goblin on one of the ledges here, on the northeast side of the cavern, he yells across the hall to the southwestern side and yells, "Gleek, go find Hark!" And then he fires an arrow at the bear, but the bear's natural armor is a 16, I believe.
Yeah.
So he is unable to hit.
Which one just shot at me? The closest to me?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, okay. I'll remember that.
And that is his turn. It comes to Emily's heart, who I rolled initiative for just for fun.
Oh, dude. Have her do something. Sibo, don't you have a cat? Sacrifice it.
Your bond isn't that strong yet.
Just let it go.
Emily's
Yeah, if you
heart
love something.
Let it go.
kind of gets in cat attack position, ready to do something, and I put a finger over its lips and say, "Not now."
Good dad.
Alright. So now I'm gonna have an ogre very badly burned is gonna trudge through the stalagmite forest towards the bear. And he's gonna be able to get there and attack. And he will brandish a large club, and he will swing down, hitting with a 23, dealing 13 bludgeoning damage.
Oh boy.
And then the goblin that had been called out to jumps down from his little ledge and runs into a tunnel. Actually, he makes his way up further north towards this tunnel on the west side of the cavern.
Yo, guys, they're trying to escape.
And the goblin archer who had originally shot Sibo's illusion is going to look around, trying to see. He's gonna make a perception check. And so, Sibo, I want you to make a stealth check against this perception check.
Got it. Boom.
Yo,
Money,
dog,
money,
how much
money.
is 16?
That is gonna
Whoa.
be tough. Yeah, he rolled a 6, so he's just like, that illusion is possibly real. Being blocked by the ogre Thog, he is going to fire an arrow across the cavern at Bonesaw. He's gonna hit, rolling a 19. Bonesaw, you are shot in the shoulder with a short bow arrow, dealing 6 piercing damage. And then yet another archer will fire at Vixen in the polluted pool.
Yeah,
But
I'm like,
he will
sitting
Yeah,
miss.
he can't hit
yeah.
you.
They better get a nat 20 to hit me, because only my head is showing.
Yeah, he missed.
But,
And that is going to bring us to Loop, who is the sole party member still in the hallway with Daphne.
Hurry up, man.
Yeah, what are you doing
Alright.
with that girl?
We're kind of getting lit.
Yeah, I'm out here.
Weird, man.
He's macking
Fucking
it,
out.
dude.
Try to throw a
You
spear
know.
through both of these at the same time.
So yeah, I'm gonna step up, look
You could
around
probably do
here,
that.
and notice that there's 2 giant ogres, and one of them is fucking just smash the shit out of my bear buddy. And I'm gonna fucking take a shot at its face with my good old trusty crossbow.
All right, fire away. A 17 hits for sure. And that is
Artillery.
gonna deal 8 damage. So you shot at this one, Joe?
This
on the
one,
east
yeah.
side.
Yeah.
So you turn out of the cavern, like a sinister look on your face. Really shouldn't be shooting bears like that. And this goblin takes a crossbow bolt between the eyes and falls down off his ledge onto the ground. Now you still
Wait.
have movement.
I was shooting at the ogre.
Yeah, he said.
Oh, I'm
he said
sorry.
that-
That still hits. You did not kill.
Put that guy back.
He's back
Can
up.
he still be dead though?
So you do 8 damage.
I mean, there was a lot of debris flying off. Ricochet shot.
Yeah.
Shrapnel.
So the ogre takes 8 piercing damage, and you still have about 25 movement.
I point out an appreciation to Loop.
I'm gonna hunker in this tunnel. Can the ogres get into this tunnel? That's a question.
Yes, they can, but they would
Okay,
be
so-
very uncomfortable.
So does it slow down that movement?
Yes,
That kinda
that's
shit?
you
Okay.
think they could fit through, but yeah, they'd be like
They'd
probably
basically crawl
breaking
through.
stalagmites and rock as they go through,
Right.
turning sideways and whatnot.
Yeah, and I yell out for the rest of my turn. I yell out for my teammate to fucking watch out for these ogres and look for cover.
No, I like it. I like you giving us cover like that because the rest of us have to go this way.
All right.
So, running confusion.
Here he comes.
Come back at you.
So
Tell Daphne to get back to the ladder.
Wouldn't that ogre be like a little slow coming out of the mud?
It's difficult terrain, man.
Yeah, that's difficult, dude. You can't just fire out of there.
so he's
I've seen Shrek. I know ogres. I know what it looks like.
so this ogre jumps slowly out of the mud and yells, "You shoot my wife!" He hums a javelin at you with such
geez.
speed that you could barely see it as it goes over your head and smashes into a wall.
Oh, jeez.
And then
Alas.
he just points at you with a long nailed finger, and Sibo, it is now your turn. It's fully hidden.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
Steve, throw a grenade if you have one.
Shoot.
Oh yeah.
So that's a nat 20 because you're firing with advantage.
Hell yeah, it is. Oh yeah, so I got that and
There's a lot of dogs in this show.
Zadie can hear Rondo barking. She's
Oh,
giving you the evil eye.
I got
So you shot this goblin, right?
Thinks that you're watching dog porn.
yeah.
Hey Rondo, could you please stop, please? I'd really
Rondo,
appreciate
Rondo.
it. I love
You're
you.
busy.
I'm doing my thing now. Thank you.
Daddy's got his thing.
My sneak
Hey
there
Jimmy,
was-
so I know that was
His name is Sibo Domingo.
well, no, actually, I'm talking to the one who controls Sibo. If you go to your character sheet
Mhm.
and in the weapons, see in the bottom it says global damage modifier sneak attack.
I tried to click it, it wouldn't let me.
Yeah, so you have to click the little box next to it.
Ooh, you just did it.
Yes, and then if you do that and then do your attack, it'll add it.
Oh, neat.
But anywho, so you do with a nat 20, that's just a devastating blow of 15 damage plus 4 sneak damage, which is just gonna... Somehow your short bow arrow blows the head off of this goblin,
Yeah.
and
So
he
accurate.
falls to the ground dead. You now have full movement,
Okay.
bonus action, whatever you want to do.
I'm make it.
No one's looking at you still. You're still sneaking.
Yeah. Yeah, that applies, right? No one saw that guy's head explode.
You don't think so?
Alright,
I feel like
make
a
it-
lot of these people are
You don't think
probably
so.
preoccupied.
I climbed up to here and I'm ducking behind these.
All right,
two
go ahead
giants.
and give me a strength
Fuck,
athletics
I
check.
see a god.
Ooh. I'm gonna pitch what I always pitch.
And I will deny
Yeah.
it.
Can I do a cool spin and make it an acrobatics?
You're about a 3-foot tall halfling trying to do a backflip onto a 10-foot tall ledge.
Yeah,
Give
but
me a
my
strength
think you got it.
athletics check to try to climb that up.
You obviously never seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
hidden halfling.
That's a good point. Ooh, an 11
I have a negative
Coaching
1.
time.
is quite enough to pass the DC 10 strength athletics check to get to the top of this ledge.
Cool.
Badass
Alright.
So
move,
you're
I see
standing
you.
up there in a pool of black ichor, just pooling out of this
Icky.
goblin's neck. And it's I don't know your character if that's satisfying or
No, it's getting on my clothes.
correct it. It's all over your boots.
I'm quite upset, but I'm still hiding.
Bonesaw, in the wake of your very successful chromatic orb spell,
I am going to run briskly over, right up to this son of a bitch. And I'm gonna look at Alina and say, "Close your eyes."
I put a bear paw over my eyes.
And then I am going to cast Toll the Dead, which is a DC.
DC 13 Wisdom save. He rolls a 3.
Yes, finally! Oh wait,
But-
is that the?
It's his-
So he takes 5 necrotic damage.
Wait, hold on a sec.
I promise you. So
That's-
it's a D8, which is the one.
Oh, sorry. Fuck. That wasn't the spell I wanted to use, but
well, it worked.
It did damage.
yeah.
I
I
believe
saw you do it.
you still have a little movement if you want to try to get out of his reach.
Isn't that a lady?
Wait, is that one? Even...
Yes, that
which
is
one
the lady.
Oh, was told to dead. Yeah. All right, whatever. Fuck it. The one I was gonna use is the one that I need to touch them, and it does 3 die 10, 1 die 12. So
That would have been cool.
So Vixen, you see Bonesaw run up, and then the bear put a mitt over her eyes, and then a bell sounds off in the air, and this female ogre lets out a shriek of pain as she tries to cover her ears. What do you do in this disgusting pool you're sitting in?
I look at what's going on, and I think to myself, which I'm hoping that Alina can hear, 'cause I think she's in my head.
I'm right
That's
here.
fucking weird. And then
I
I'm
can
gonna
smell
walk out
what's
of my
happening.
pool. Walk out of my pool slowly, and you can see steam coming off my body as the water bubbles and boils. 5, 10, 15, 20.
it's so depressing.
It smells
Yeah,
worse
and
than
I'm
the
gonna-
necrotic damage. I
Well,
mean,
it does 6 total. You right? You know that, right, Connor? It's the
Alright,
1
great
plus
claw
the
bit.
6.
And I only rolled a 7.
Yeah, so that is not gonna do it.
Alright, and I look at Bonesaw and I say, I'm gonna be a meat shield. I
Oh, wow.
stand here.
Cam, so the way that spell card is set up, The 1 is a D8, as if you cast a spell on someone who hasn't taken any damage, and the 5 is the D12 if someone has taken damage. So they don't get added together. I just set it up so you don't have to roll 2 different dice.
That's the one that if they're already hurt, that's when they. Dude, that's so depressing though, because the one I was gonna do is 3 die 10, and if I cast it at a level 2, it'd be 3 die 4.
Do it next turn, man.
But I needed to. Yeah, after this thing swings this dick around and kills fucking.
It's called a
One of us.
vagina.
Alina, you got walloped by this ogre, and then the boys came to help. You have
gonna go hard.
you got a lady ogre right in front of you. What would you like to do? Grizzly,
Ooh.
grass
well,
sword.
I'm gonna miss on my first one. Alright, I'm actually gonna use my inspiration to roll
For the 8.
fuck. Well, I'm assuming that misses.
You hit both times.
Oh really?
Whoa! It's a big target.
You're inspired as hell though, and I'm even a little inspired too at how inspired.
I'm feeling good. That was majestic. I just watched a woodland beast slap
Whoa.
the shit out of an ogre. That's
You
a lot
just
of,
somehow
points.
did 2 million damage.
I do not know what
Hell yeah.
Which,
I think it's dead.
though incorrect, is somehow still accurate because
21.
I think this cave just collapsed.
the grizzly bear
we all died.
leaps onto its hind legs and bites into the ogre and claws and comes down with a crash as the ogre dies.
I say telepathically to each
That was
of them,
gruesome.
that's how you do it as a team. And now
Yeah, I shudder. Ugh. Not into that.
As you are shuddering,
I wanna
you
Yeah,
get
you
hit
shot
with
it,
a
bro.
arrow, dealing 8 damage as
Whoa.
this goblin fires
What?
at you.
No.
TO,
What'd you
TO.
roll?
An
Fuck you.
18.
Damn it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
My
I-
movement takes me off the map.
Oh wait. Oh, you moved. I'm sorry. So, when you enter this cavern,
Yeah, that arrow never happened.
you can hear the same sounds of these dripping water off stalagmites and stalactites, but you hear it dripping deep down below. And as you enter this room, you are
Deep drip.
greeted by a
Oh!
lot of villagers surrounded
Oh,
by
Jesus.
a crater in the ground, leading down to a dark abyss.
Can I speak on my turn, or is my
And
turn over?
yep, and a dwarf approaches you with
Hey, Chico.
let me see. Yeah, no. A little dwarf with blonde hair and a long blonde beard comes up to you, kind of cautiously because he sees you're a bear, but he's been hearing the battle going on, and he says,
You're a bear.
"You're a druid, aren't you?"
Yes, we are with the Emerald Enclave. We're here to kill goblins and get you out of here.
He turns around to all the villagers, and he says, "I told you, Lady Nandar hired adventurers to come rescue us. We're free!"
I make like a sad bear face, but then I'm like, yeah. Fine.
Not yet.
And,
Yeah, that's my turn.
so that is going to bring us to, I believe,
Cat.
the cat, if you would like her to move or do anything.
Sacrifice the cat.
Yeah. Distraction
yeah.
time, dude.
What
There's
are you
another ogre.
waiting for?
Let's see.
How many hit points that thing have?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
It's immortal. Use it. Attack.
Do you know, DM?
I'm sorry, ask again.
How many hit points it has?
Emily's heart has 8 hit points.
Oh boy.
That's a tank.
He is gonna stay right there. You know what? He'll
What?
use
Emily's
got
heart's
spells?
a boy?
what's that?
Is Emily's heart's a boy?
Yeah, it's a boy.
That's progressive, man.
Yeah.
I applaud you.
He's named after Emily's heart. It was a cat
Oh.
that he once loved. He changed his name. His original name was Keith.
No.
All right,
Makes
what
more
does
sense.
Keith do?
No, it's Emily's heart. Might as well use its keen smell to see if there's any funny business we haven't seen around this here cave.
She smells blood.
Yeah, bro, I can see everything. I'm a god.
This
What's that bitch doing?
a little backstory about Tressums. They're basically an experiment by wizards. They wanted to make companions for themselves, but wanted a cool magic creature. So this info is not at all related to any of you, but the Tressum seems to have picked up the scent of something magical in this cave.
Oh,
And now you're gonna see this goblin run down into the cavern to go towards where you last saw Hark. You know he's dead.
Wait,
That-
I killed the Hark up here.
Correct.
So how do we know that's where he's going?
Loop. You have never really felt cooler because in the past about 12 seconds, you dodged a 105-mile-an-hour fastball javelin, and then it was like a change up to you with a short bow attack that just you dodged just so easily.
Yeah, and Daphne was right there, and I was like, "What's up?"
So that short bow came over here from the west side of the cavern. And it brings us to your turn.
I'm gonna be like, "Yo, Daphne, check this shit out," and then I'm gonna rip another shot at the other ogre with my fucking crossbow.
Oh,
Oh,
buddy,
yeah.
that hits like a mother. And you do
nice.
10 piercing damage, which will be the first damage dealt to Knob.
I'm gonna say, "Suck it, Knob."
That's deep.
Knob did not like that.
Oh, Jesus.
And he
Dodge it again.
Oh,
comes
good.
Running
Oh,
over
I'm
to
gonna
you
be
with
like,
his club in
"No,
hand.
get the fuck away from me."
Yeah, you're on your own.
And basically, you just dodge it again because you're in a very dodgy mood. He swings this great club low and you just jump over it like it's a jump rope. And that brings us to Sibo.
Going for the goblin up above me.
Nice.
That'll hit.
Is that a nat 20?
Unnatural 20.
I forgot to do my sneak again.
So 8 damage. Plus double sixes.
Ooh.
20 damage.
Nice.
Sibo just be decapitated. Oh my god. Oh, I just looked over and Chico is giving me a death stare. Sibo annihilates this goblin, and its headless corpse falls onto Thog, the female ogre, and their gross, nasty bodies are just bleeding all over the ground, seeping
just a
into the
pile of
already
bodies?
polluted pool to the north of them.
I'm gonna go back in there.
Cool.
Bonesaw, at this point, you know that there is the ogre behind you attacking Loop. There is another archer on the west side of the room, and there is another goblin who ran off kind of in the direction where you guys came.
Hey, I'm moving. By the way, do I need to roll anything to climb down?
Climbing down. Yes, you do. Strength athletics.
Oh boy.
How far away is that ogre from me?
Not far.
Yeah,
good.
you very easily descend.
Nice.
Oh, but as you walk past this
Oh, no.
cavern, something reaches out and tries to snatch you.
Ooh.
And it certainly does.
How do you know?
It rolled a 19.
I can beat it.
Now, the problem is when this thing hits you, it hits you with great force, and it deals 8 bludgeoning damage. But whatever hit you is slimy, and the second it touches your skin, it begins to burn. And you take 15 acid damage,
What?
I'm dead.
Oh no.
which will put Sibo down.
Oh. That's cool.
There's 5 feet between them. That's ridiculous.
I yell, Emily's heart, live for me.
Oh Jesus.
Then I faint.
I heard
Alright.
that. We all heard
Wait,
that.
where is he though?
He's on the east side of the cavern.
Yeah.
Yes, and it is your turn. You really probably wouldn't even have seen him running, but you probably heard his cries of pain as his skin began to boil.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to cast Scorching. Okay, let me make sure I'm fucking picking the right one this time, first off.
I think Scorching Ray is your best spell currently.
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray, and I'm going to direct 2 of the rays at the ogre, and then 1 ray at the
Goblin?
down here in the bottom left. So like just below him, basically.
Alright.
And no, that'll be.
His name is Black Pudding.
I'm gonna cast the third at Black Pudding.
You're
Fuck is that?
not able to see him right now.
What?
You-
The guy down south?
Yeah, the pudding.
Isn't he up on a ledge?
No.
Ah.
He reached out from inside the hallway.
Oh.
So I know he's there, but I'd have to move, you're saying, basically.
You assume something is there.
Well, I
Wait,
ran
time out,
by.
time out.
Wasn't he there when I ran?
Yeah,
when I
Bonesaw's
ran.
not aiming at that giant monster. He's aiming at the 2 guys. This guy. This guy.
Yeah, you can hit them easily, but the third ray will not be able to. You don't see the pudding, so you
Oh,
can
the
shoot
guy
2
in the
rays
hall.
at one of them. Yeah, you don't see him.
Okay, so yeah, so I wouldn't even be going to engage that person yet because I haven't seen them yet. I
Correct.
just know that someone screamed,
Yes.
and it sounded like a girl, but it also could have been a friend.
You muted, Jimmy.
It was a manly scream.
All right, scorch that ray.
And it.
I'm about to just click it for you.
Shut
Here
up.
we go. 17 will hit all 3 times. I'm assuming you do 2 towards
Pew, pew, pew.
the ogre.
Yeah, 2 to the ogre and 1 to down below.
So the ogre takes 12 fire damage. The goblin will take 6 fire damage. The goblin's greasy hair goes up into flames, and you can smell burnt hair and flesh, but they are both still standing. And that'll bring us to Vixen.
Well, it would actually be a roll for each individual ray.
Okay, so what is it? 2d6. So yeah, let's say that one is for the goblin. So roll 4d6.
I can just type that in.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Was that really 4 ones?
no, you spaced it.
Yeah.
Do yeah, do
4d6
it without the
together.
space.
Wait. I was like, no way.
That would have been an impressive feat.
Alright, can you just roll it? Because this isn't working for me.
You got it.
That's more like it.
So it
The same.
It was
the
still
same.
12.
Yeah, it's still 12.
Yeah, so whatever.
Boom. So still good
A
amount
lot
of
of
damage.
averages, baby.
Grizzly Grass Sword.
Wait, you skipped Vixen.
No, yeah, you skipped me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm just gonna fire a longbow at the ogre.
Fire away.
And
Nat
I rolled
1.
a fucking nat 1.
Did I go get my cards?
Please don't. Oh my God,
Your
man.
arrow
Just let me shoot Joe
misses. It just
in the
misses.
face.
Misses so bad.
Oh.
And
Woo!
let me just do
I'm gonna-
a
Well, I'm gonna move too, up into my pond.
I'm just rolling a perception check. Yeah, you're really embarrassed.
Yeah.
All right,
gonna
now
hide my
it
pond.
is the Grizzlies' turn.
All right, I said telepathically the time to run is now, and then I follow that scream I just heard down here.
Yeah, I don't listen.
All right, you
And-
see Sibo's body on the ground. His armor, wearing leather armor, it seems to be very badly damaged. His skin in certain areas under the burnt leather is also seem to be very burnt by
Stuart,
some
my
kind
life
of
is right
fire or acid.
Forget my
Uh,
flesh, save the leather.
Looking down the tunnel, you don't see anything though.
All right, as a bonus action, I'm going to unbear, fortunately, and turn back into a druid.
Okay.
And then I'm
I
going
still
to...
you had full hit points, right? When you turned?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I give Sibo a good berry.
All right.
Because any stabilizing just brings him stable, right? Like I shouldn't use a cure wounds or something, because that's still just gonna bring him back.
Yeah,
to-
no, he's gonna be stabilized with a good berry, and he's also gonna get.
I have one of those.
It's just 1 hit point, right?
Yeah.
So, Sibo, you wake up and look down at yourself, seeing that your new, freshly stolen red doublet is very badly burnt and melted.
Don't weep. You only have 1 hit point. That might take the last of
Alright,
your
I
energy.
need all the moisture I can hold on to.
At this point, from up north of the cavern, you hear Daphne's voice, and she screams, "You have to stay away from that hall!" Which, I don't know if you recall, but she warned you last time we played.
Ah, damn. Thanks for the hot tip.
Emily's heart.
Make it attack. Now that he's dead.
Well, I can only move so far. Emily's heart's gonna start running.
All
Into the
right.
fray.
I say we need to kill these two and get out of here.
Gonna run to
Yeah.
All
sweet.
right.
kind of duck in the rocks and shed a tear for fallen friend.
From the cavern on the west side where you saw the goblin run in after Hark, you hear in Goblin, so I believe only Vixen would understand it. He screams, "Hark's dead, but I'm going after his horde!" And he runs out and sees the state of the situation and goes, "Oh shit!" And then he runs back into the darkness.
That means there's treasure afoot.
And then we're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm heading that way.
have a goblin fire a short bow at Bonesaw. It just flies over your head and hits the dead ogre. Blood.
I lock eyes with him.
Oops.
Keep the gaze.
Yes, you do. Loop. You got a ogre situation on your own. It's kind of
I
like
have a
one-on-one.
big time ogre situation over here.
Just cut him in half.
Impressed your
So
lady
yeah, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, Daphne, fall back, like get the fuck back into this cave," and then I'm gonna take because he's how far away? He's like there's a space in between us, right? Or am
Yeah,
I
he's
right?
like there.
Talking?
Oh, he's right in
He's
your
right there.
face. He's got
So I'm
5
gonna move
feet.
back and use my lunging attack. Can I do that?
You
It
can,
adds,
but
like-
moving back is gonna give him an opportunity attack because you're currently engaged with him.
Oh shit!
So you could disengage, but that would be your action.
Yeah, right. So I'm just gonna take a lunging attack anyway. from
Lunge
this
it up,
close
brother.
and be like, "Yeah!"
So go ahead and just roll a normal attack with your sword as well. That will hit, doing 9 damage, plus on your superiority
lunging
dice
attack.
another 8
Yeah.
damage, which is a nice wound.
And then I'm gonna run
And
fall back
he
into
gets pushed back 5 feet. He trips, surprised of the force of your attack.
and then I'm gonna use my movement to like fall back into the tunnels a little bit.
As you do, you see a goblin
I'm like,
Jump
"What's up, homie?"
over. He jumps over a boulder that appears to be like part of the wall at a
I'm gonna
glance.
ask him what he got there.
But when you take a closer examination, you see that there's a little slot in between, and he just jumps right through it. Appears
Oh,
behind
dude,
it.
go get him.
That's the fucking treasure stash if I've ever seen one. It's a horde.
Knob
Oh
having.
God.
I'm just gonna have Daphne move with you. It's really demoralized by you,
Luke's
by
got a
Loop.
girlfriend.
He is just going to hum a javelin at Vixen. Ooh, rolled a nat 20. Does
Hit me right in
15
the face.
piercing damage.
God damn. Did you take? Yeah, wait. I had temporary hit points. The 8 took 8 away, and then this 2 of it should come out of that 10.
So you should get what?
I think 10 back.
Where did you get temporary hit points?
I've had them since like one of the first days we played. You gave them to me. I never used them.
Yeah, that was from a potion, and that would have expired
Dude,
by
that-
now.
No, dude, it kept me super healthy.
I
Was it for
do
life
believe
potion?
that was a potion of. Let me just double check.
Yeah, like
But
honor or something cool.
potion of
Come on,
heroism.
tell me. Oh shit! I am a hero.
10
Only
temporary hit points
heroic
for
red
1
name.
hour. So yeah, you
Yeah.
take the blunt
Yeah.
of this javelin attack.
The blunt.
The
That's
blunt end of it.
Yeah,
And smoke it.
I don't. And it's
SIBO,
not,
what
that's
is
not the
it?
right
What are they
word, but
called?
yes, that's what happened. And
Well, I'm not feeling too hot.
that's the word. The word
Did
is
you kill me?
grunt. Good one, Zach. Sibo, you're back in action. You were assaulted by something coming out of this tunnel that one-shotted you.
Yo, run in there.
With your 1 hit point.
Just scout it out. He's got 10 good berries on him.
He's not. I just realized he wasn't.
He's not even there.
Sibo, you are
Hey.
back in action. You were just
Man.
assaulted by something in this hallway that one-shotted you.
And Vixen suggests you pursue it.
I want to.
I don't
but
suggest, I implore.
I can't seek revenge looking like this.
You look terrible.
Yeah, you do.
Let me see.
There's nothing dapper about you right now.
Okay.
I say,
Can
"Oh,
you
you're
go ahead
welcome."
and make a charisma saving throw for me?
Be charismatic.
Yeah, you have never felt uglier in your whole life.
Accurate.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
And yes, it is your turn. You have 1 hit point. And in the room is a very badly burnt goblin on the west side of the room. An ogre northwest of you.
Just saying, you should probably get away from that hole in the wall if you're gonna do
I'm
anything.
gonna cruise.
Sibo. I yell. Yo, maybe you should move, dumbass. There's a fucking goo monster.
We don't know.
I
that.
heard.
I heard.
Yeah, I
that.
heard.
I'm gonna shoot at this feller.
Me?
Sorry, which one?
The goblin.
Okay, fire away.
I'm not hitting it.
That'll
You
hit.
could be hidden. He might think that you're dead.
Oh, he might think you're dead, but in fact, he is dead.
Ooh, and then
Ah, thank God.
in my little nook in the rocks here, I will hide.
You sure will. Bonesaw. It is down to 1 ogre and a goblin that seemed to have escaped into the tunnels.
How far away is the ogre from me?
The ogre is approximately 40 feet away.
Damn, dude. I was just a tad fucking bit out of my range.
But you can
So I'm gonna-
move.
I'm gonna move up here, yeah, but I think my shit's only 30, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use I'm going to convert 2 sorcery points into a level 1 spell slot.
Alright.
And then I am going to cast Chromatic Orb with that level 1 spell slot.
Okay. Ooh. So close to a crit. That hits for sure. That's gonna deal.
Oh. Sick.
5 coming. Plus 3. Oh, because you might have critted. It's gonna do 17 damage, which is nearly enough to kill this orb. He is bleeding profusely from his burn wounds.
By the way, that was acid damage this time around.
Oof. So even worse, his burns from the fire are now melting his flesh, and he is just a droopy, gross puddle moth.
Metal,
Vixen,
dude. It's so fucking metal.
He's having a rough day.
Yeah, like he's
His wife just got butchered in front of
right
him.
in front of him, and then he tried to get redemption.
Never get
Nope.
another wife.
Heavy metal
He takes it
payback.
out of
Fuck
me.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right in the
Heavy
face.
metal.
6.
Vixen.
I shoot that thing right
How
in the
does
throat.
this end?
Arrow right through the throat. Pins it to the wall behind it. It doesn't fall to the ground.
But it's not known whether he died from the arrow wound or whether he died from his multiple level of degree burns.
I think he died
That's
from
what
heartbreak.
that's
I think
what
his heart died
Bonesaw
from bears.
Bonesaw says that to Vixen as the arrow lands. Just trying to
Shooting arrow
clarify.
at Bonesaw's feet.
All right.
I turn
Alina.
to Vixen and I say, I was just about to tell you to put him out of his misery.
Alina.
All right. Well, I'm a what do you call it? A druid. So I'm just gonna say, let's get out of here. I don't know why those humans haven't started pouring out. Are were they like
Yeah.
bound when I saw them?
Nope.
They were just,
As
Probably because they still hear the screams.
at the
Yeah, people
sound
dying.
of this second ogre dying, you see Morak, the dwarf, walk out,
Oh.
followed by
By the way, I used rest 20 of my movement.
all of the villagers of Nightstone.
Fuck.
Well, I didn't say they could cut me. I go, come this way.
And
15, 20, 25. Oh, I'm gonna move one.
I turn and I say, does anyone have a gold coin?
Oh, we're so heroic already.
As a free action, I want to yell at the bear and tell him to ask the dwarf what's in that fucking tunnel.
What
Not
bear,
a
dude?
bear anymore. Yeah, come on.
Oh,
Stay with the
yo,
plot.
what's in that fucking tunnel? Ask him. Like a
It's
dwarven
pit.
king.
Just a big pit.
all right,
Potion.
Emily's heart is gonna fly up and land on Sibo's shoulder. Do that cat thing where it does this.
Nuzzles it.
I think it's called needling.
Yeah.
And it's gonna bring us to
Cat.
Loop.
I'm gonna go up to the place like where the goblin went through.
I hate you.
Can I use
Not...
Can I use my crowbar to pry open that little crack you went through?
You certainly can. Make a bum. Make a strength athletics check and make it with advantage because you're using the crowbar.
Alright, so how do I just click on it twice? Click on
No, just
strength
click it
twice?
once. It'll roll it with advantage.
Strength?
Strength athletics.
Oh,
Athletics.
saving throws. Yeah.
Yeah, nat 20. You push this rock backwards and you hear the squeak of something getting pinned behind the rock as you move in. And as you look, you see the goblin there, now pinned by a rock, standing next to a wooden chest with a lock on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna take the key off of him. Fuck.
He does not appear to have a key on him.
You gotta murder
Alright.
him and take it.
That's his
Then I'm gonna
penis.
use my action surge to get a second action.
Alright.
You need to crush him with the
And,
door.
And your attack will be with advantage because he is incapacitated by this bullet.
Dude,
I was
Use the
just gonna
door
use it
and hold
to to open the chest. It's
Dude.
like he's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Like he's not a fucking threat.
We need to
Go
get out of
right
here.
ahead. Make another athletics check. Strength athletics to try to pry open the chest.
Cocky.
I'm gonna know that you fucking robbed us behind our back.
I was gonna split it with you guys.
You could split it outside,
So-
man.
As you put the crowbar up to this chest, you don't even move. You don't tense your muscles at all, and the lock seems to just fall off as if it was broken. Inside the chest, you find 12 gold pieces, 55 silver pieces, 87 copper pieces. You find a matching pair of silver salt and pepper shakers. You find a blood-stained leather case containing a complete set of thieves' tools. You find some sort of holy symbol with a tree carved from wood, laid in with gold. And you also find a small what the heck? This?
A whole lot of nothing. Just keep all that. I
Give
think.
it to him.
You find a
No, I
small
want that holy symbol.
like crystal clear orb.
Oh yeah. Sick.
And you pick up all this stuff?
Yeah. Do I have anything like I can just scoop it in a bag?
Yeah, you have a pack.
Where'd you go?
But
Come on. Where'd you go?
when you pick up the small orb, give me 1 second to pull this up. Dun, dun, dun. When you pick up the small sphere, it begins to float, and it starts swirling around you, and it begins to glow, casting a nice bright light, stretching about 60 feet. And this is a drift globe, and I will send you the information about it. But it is a magical item. First one of this campaign.
Something from a past life tells me not to trust orbs.
And at this point, what do you do? Because we're pretty much out of initiative at this point.
Yeah, just take
This
shit
goblin
and
is
split
still
up like
trapped by this rock, but given
He's
the
trapped. Like, what's he
situation,
gonna do?
you don't think he'll ever escape from this.
yeah.
Just stab
Yeah.
him on your walkout, real casually.
Yeah, are we still in initiative? Like, I'll just walk
Yeah, what do you
out.
want to
Like, I'll just leave him, dude. I don't give a shit about him. I'll walk back over to
do? All right.
Wanna
Daphne,
know
and
what's
I
in
go
here.
to. I'm just gonna go split the fucking money and shit with everybody.
All
There
right.
you go, guys.
Like,
Check out this money.
Yeah, like I got some treasure, guys. You want to do this shit up?
Hey,
We found
Loop,
people.
can I have that holy symbol, please?
Yeah, but I'm keeping the orb.
That's
I'm
fine.
keeping this orb shit. Yeah, this holy shit. Anyone? I got thieves' tools. I don't really
want
want
the orb.
those. Anyone wants those?
Hey everybody,
I got the orb.
do you want to rest or does somebody want to help me out?
We should. Let's
so-
talk.
I'm down to rest at some point, but let's figure out what to do with these people and what we're
Yeah.
doing from here, and then go
Yeah.
rest.
So the dwarf Morak, he runs up to the nearest person, which is Alina, and you guys are a similar height, dwarf and halfling, and he gives you a big, strong hug, and he says,
Ooh.
thank you all. Lady Nandor, she is the best. She came. I knew she would.
I
Quickly, we
decline
must
his
be getting
arms.
back to Nightstone. I must see her.
I say we
Oh.
came.
Oh, buddy, I got bad news.
Lady Nandar is dead.
No. No, you are lying.
I'm
Quickly,
so
we must
sorry.
get back to her. And he starts kind of making
Well-
his way towards the cave.
All right.
The villagers
No, hold
around
up.
you all seem to believe you immediately and are just like, oh, shit.
I say, listen, your town's walls have been compromised. Do you have any family or friends in the area you can crash with? I recommend it. But your lady's dead and your city's kind of ruined. But
I need to know what's in this hallway.
I'll see you later.
He sheds one tear, and he says, "Please, we've been through so much. Could we trouble you to escort us back to our home before you do whatever it is you must do?"
We actually have some elves waiting outside who are going to do just that.
Not Rondaro home.
I say whatever we want you to do.
What?
Oh, maybe I missed. Maybe I didn't hear correctly. I turn around and go back with the other group of people.
There's a lot of water dripping in these caves.
Yeah.
It's pretty drippy.
I
Well,
said,
we're
there's not
supposed to
much
ease-
going on over there. A lot of jibber jabber.
Well, okay. I say hold on, Morak. What do you guys want to do? Should we escort them back to their town?
Yeah, I
Listen, if
mean,
you
our
wanna go
whole
down there, go for it.
Yes.
listen, our whole job is to ease tensions between them and the elves of this forest.
Yeah.
That's why we're here,
right.
guys.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I'm hoping ideally these elves are.
Let's head back and make them feed us.
I just want to know what's
let's
behind
go
this jelly monster.
facilitate this
I'm gonna
meeting
die.
and do it. Yeah, let's do just that.
How about we rest?
Ask him if
in
we
the
can take a nap.
forest- Yeah, in the forest right outside the cave and wait for those elves to come back.
I don't know. I'm gonna go back to my healing bath
Sounds like a plan.
up here.
So there is
Yeah.
actually close to no weight at all. As you exit the cave back into the RD forest, you hear the thundering sound of hooves as the scouts
Ah.
led by Rond Arrowhome arrive. And you notice that there are a few less than had departed. And,
I say you just missed all the fun. And I wipe blood off my robe.
Rond Arrowhome reaches into his saddlebag and he says, "Did you meet Hark?" And then he throws a goblin head at the ground. He said, "This son of a bitch wouldn't stop talking about him."
I kick it like a soccer ball immediately when it hits the ground.
And he says, "Goal!"
And everyone lifts me up on their shoulders. Or not. I imagine everybody lifts me up on their shoulders.
That is
Yeah.
exactly what you imagine, and that is where we will end this session.
Wonderful.
With
Boy.
me.
You're going like this. You're like, yeah.
Me imaginarily in there. Making up words. Shit.